Coming to you from Principia College.
Good afternoon. Welcome in to Principia College. We are in Hayfield House, located in Elsa, Illinois. Happy to be here with you today. My name is Ethan Booth, on the call for both games today, as I was yesterday. Real excited to watch some good hoops. Right now, we got Ohio Dominican matching up against Southwest Baptist. Both these teams lost their opening games of this GLVC GMAC crossover tournament. Ohio Dominican went down yesterday against Drury. A late comeback from the Drury Panthers caught up to Ohio Dominican, who had a lead as big as 18 today. They'll look to put it away as Nikiema misses the first shot of the night, or I should say afternoon, from the corner. Southwest Baptist also lost yesterday. The Bearcats took the loss against Thomas More. They're going to come back today. They looked overmatched for most of the game yesterday, but at times were able to bring it close. We'll see what they have in store today. Yesterday, they only had 2 scores get into double digits. They'll need a better offensive effort today. Early on right here, the 6'11" center out of Russia. That's Sasha Glushkov missing his first shot of the afternoon from three-point land. Broughton running the point for Ohio Dominican. Splits the defenders. Floater up, no good, long. Rebounded underneath by Luke Ogle for Southwest Baptist. Also out there with Ogle, Baron Silsby, Zach Reedus, Lockie McCain, and the aforementioned Glushkov. Glushkov controlling the ball right now on the post. We kick out. They'll swing around. Ogle's going to let it fly from 3. No good. Too strong. Offensive board. Glushkov recollects. Silsby gets his defender in the air. Ogle, same spot. Once again, no good. Yet again. Rebound underneath from Zach Kimball. Kimball's out there with Broughton, Nikiema, Goodman, and Kennard. Kennard starting for the unavailable Elijah Hinton. Elijah Hinton is the Ohio Dominicans all-conference player going back a year. As Rita spinning into the paint, has to kick out. Glushkov thought about 3, not this time. Kennard did have a good performance in Hinton's stead yesterday, picking up 4 assists. Didn't score the ball like Hinton does, of course, but his playmaking cannot be underestimated as Brian picks up the foul, defending the larger Glushkov as he tried to post him up. Again, my name is Ethan Booth. Super glad to be with you today. The next matchup after this game will be Thomas More and Drury, fighting to see who can come out of this tournament sitting at 2-0. McCain will inbound, gives it to his center, Glushkov. Now Silsby running the offense, dishes off McCain. 3-ball on the way. Can't hit that time. Rebound, Broughton. 2 minutes in, still looking at our first bucket of the afternoon. Attacking the paint, turnaround, Nikiema. The jump hook puts one in for Ohio Dominican as they grab the first lead of the day. Ogle on the wing, dishes to Silsby, looking inside. They get it to Glushkov, trying to turn and go. And the defending Kennard ends up with McCain. Long rebound out to Nikiema, and here comes Ohio Dominican. Dishing off to Broughton. Broughton couldn't handle it. Saves it back in bounds somehow. Collected by Reedus. Good job by Broughton to get back on defense. Reedus attacking the strong left. Gets fouled. No shots, says the referee. Playing NBA basketball, probably 2 free throws. Not at the NCAA levels. We get baseline in for Southwest Baptist. Sub into the game for Ohio Dominican. First one of the day, Logan Ryan, senior, transferred into Ohio Dominican for this season. Had himself a solid debut wearing the yellow and white yesterday. See what he has in store today. Reedus on the right wing. Dishes off Ogle, wide open 3-ball on the way. That's the look they want, and he knocks it down. Luke Ogle left all alone. That was their number 1 option on that play. And he executed. Hit a 3-pointer yesterday, too. His first one of today. Nice layup inside there from Terrence Broughton. He was the leading scorer yesterday, or excuse me, the second to leading scorer on Ohio Dominican yesterday. He had 15, put himself a good game. Almost had a double-double, 8 assists in that game. We got a foul away from the ball, offensive, going against Glushkov. Or maybe Reedus, excuse me, it is going against Reedus. Get a early sub in for Southwest Baptist. Jevin Sullivan into the game, playing underneath for Glush Cove. But Sullivan immediately get challenged. Kennard drop steps, good move underneath and a finish. Good footwork underneath, nice and quick to get around the smaller defender, Sullivan. Sullivan, though, coming off the bench, not to be underestimated, 13 points yesterday. One of the leading scorers for Southwest Baptist going back a season. Great score underneath and rebound, good rebounder for his size as well. Silsby now in the post, dishes off for McCain. Reedus attacking Ryan. The paint fading away, no good. Rebound to Goodman. Wow, to make it back the other way. Pass. Off right, ends up out of bounds. We get a sub. It's a game as we get a timeout called on the floor. Charged 2. Looks like we're gonna call it a media timeout. Sub will check in for Ohio Dominican. Out of the timeout is Carson Seaman wearing number 4. Looks like Southwest Baptist will roll out the same group. 6-3, both these teams still filling it out on offense as over 4 minutes into the game, we've only seen 9 total points scored. Ogle knocked down that 3-pointer. He's already taken 3 3-point shots, so you can tell that's part of the game plan is to get Ogle the ball out there, outside of the arc. See if he gets something going now that he's knocked down his first. The crowd today rather sparse, a splattering of Principia students showing up to the game to watch some Division II NCAA hoops. Of course, Principia competes at the NCAA Division III level, so a special treat to watch some higher level play. The crowd right now watching the game is Drury. Southwest Baptist obviously in the same conference as Drury, and they'll match up later in the season, not at this tournament though. Play continues. Southwest Baptist, we got a 1-2-2 press from Ohio Dominican coming out of the timeout, looking to wind down some more shot clock and force tougher shots for Southwest Baptist. McCain working off the down screen. Back to Reedus. McCain can't quite, loses his dribble, has to give off Sullivan. Short corner, shot clock winding now, works it inside. Silsby foul and one. Great entry pass from Jevin Sullivan. Better finish underneath Baron Silsby, making it count. Chance to execute on the 3-point play. White 3 brought in is called for the foul. He's picked up his second of the game already. To check in for him will be Kenny Scott, the freshman, who made his college debut yesterday. Will wear the number 2. Broughton getting in early foul trouble. Less than 5 minutes in the game could spell trouble for the Panthers. Sub in now for SBU, number 24. That's Tyler Franklin. 2-2-1 press from SBU. Not to be confused with the 1-2-2 that Ohio Dominican was in. Now a 2-3 zone from SBU. Ohio Dominican working the ball around the arc. Trying to find open man, corner 3 on the way is good. Knocked down from the corner. That's Logan Ryan, the transfer. Hitting his first shot of the day. Ohio Dominican up 3. Silsby picked up by Scott. Works it to Reedus. Franklin coming off the screen. Gives to Sullivan. Dribble handoff with Reedus. Reedus tried to get downhill. Kennard contests. He's working around that arc more. Silsby, shot clock winding down. Defended by Scott. Gets to Reedus. Reedus going to let it fly. Deep 3 ball. No good. Off the rim. Rebound to Ryan. Pushes it up ahead. Scott. Good pass down court for Kennard. A little bit too high. Couldn't handle it. But good vision and idea. Zach Kimball will check in for Kennard. If you watched and listened to me in the game yesterday, I had Kennard's name wrong for 35 of the 40 minutes, calling him Conrad. My apologies if the Kennards are watching the game. I'll get it correct for the duration of the game today. Silsby on the wing, and good entry pass inside. Reedus can't finish underneath. Offensive board, Franklin gets it stolen away. Pushing pace. Seaman inside for Moore. Posting up, Ogle. Inside, pivoting, wrapping around, right hand finish, can't get it to go. Rebound Sullivan. Silsby working off the screen. That's going to be a moving screen. They're calling on Sullivan. I can't agree with that call, as there was very little contact. Yes, he was moving, but the action off of the supposed moving screen didn't even happen. So just not one that you like to see too often, as it kind of flips the game. 3 ball on the way, finds absolutely nothing from Brady Moore. Not a bad look. He had 18 points yesterday off the bench for the Panthers. Good on the first. Silsby, Ogle, Reedus, Sullivan, and Franklin out there for SBU. They try to tie this game or get closer. Ogle, top of the key, defended closely by Kimball. Ball getting swung around, Silsby into Ogle, now guarded by Ryan. Ogle attacks baseline, turnaround, jump hook, no good. Offensive board ends up with Franklin. He's getting swarmed. So there's a foul just before the shot clock buzzer. This is the referee. Coach Aaron Niven over here, third-year head coach for Southwest Baptist. Exasperated with his team's offensive movement on that possession. Referee's talking over this foul call. And they're going to come on over here and they're going to check the shot clock on the review monitor. Special shout out to our director slash producer for today, who also manages the review monitor for us. So jump on there and help these referees get a look. I'm talking over. It seemed to me from the eyeball that the foul was called before the shot clock expired. We'll see what the referees decide. A little bit of a bailout call no matter what happens. Yeah, one of our attendants at the scores table is saying what I'm thinking, right? If the whistle sounds before the buzzer sounds, then it's pretty easy to tell, and that's what my ear and my eyes heard. The referee's now talking over the scores table. I'm reading lips from my broadcast booth. It looks like they are going to stick with the foul call on the floor. It looks like my lip reading skills prove correct. Will be SBU ball from the baseline. The foul picked up by Carson Seaman, and an unfortunate foul for the Panthers that late in the shot clock. Bails out a dud of an offensive possession from the Bearcats. He gets it back inbound to Silsby. Not exactly who he was looking for, but possession gain. Sullivan sets a screen. Back to Reedus on the right wing. Sullivan in the corner. Sullivan attacks middle, bumping his way inside. Dishes off Gushko, thought about 3. Puts it on the deck and gives to Sullivan. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Sullivan's got to get a shot up. He does, off glass, no good. That's a shot clock violation as no rim was found. Ohio Dominican forces the shot clock violation no matter of the earlier foul call. Their defense was just so strong last night against Drury and held the Drury Panthers down for much of that game, has shown up early on today. Fortunately, Dominican not able to find easy buckets so far despite their 3-point lead. Schnauf, this is Moore working in the corner against Sullivan. Jump hook is up, no good. Rebound underneath as nobody got a body on Carson Seaman. Now 3-ball on the way from the corner, no good. Rebounded, SBU pushing pace. Reedus gets cut off, has to pull back up to Franklin. Silsby working off of a screen from Glushkov. 2-3 zone look. Never mind, back into man now. 4. Ohio to begin. Poked out by Scott. Franklin able to deflect it away, and Scott dishes underneath, looking to get it to Kimball. Passes it straight off of the foot of somebody. Looks a timeout called on the court by Ohio Dominican. I believe that it's going to be Panther ball coming out of the timeout. Coach Casey Kaufman, also in his 3rd season coaching his Ohio Dominican squad, looking to return them to some successful seasons. Not the start they were hoping for last night, opening 0-1. A year ago, though, Ohio Dominican, they finished 10-18 overall, 6-14 in the conference. Not the season that they would like to have. Picked 8th in their conference coming into the season. That conference, the Great Midwest Conference. They look to improve on that season last year. This is pretty much a must-win game for them, going up against Southwest Baptist as must-win as an early season matchup in a tournament is. Non-conference, of course, but Southwest Baptist not coming off of a stellar season either. Going back a year, they were the Southwest Baptist University Bearcats were 7-19. They retained just one player who averaged more than 20 minutes per game for them last year. That one player being Jevin Sullivan, who hasn't started today or yesterday, but does get significant minutes. One thing I am noticing from this game compared to yesterday for the Bearcats, Sullivan and Glushkov on the floor together. Not something we saw yesterday. Perhaps the Bearcats looking to exploit some size advantages. 3-ball on the way from Ryan. Front rim, rebound Sullivan. Silsby slows down the offense to get it set up. McCain back into the game for the Bearcats. Franklin has to give to Sullivan. Sullivan slips the screen. Baseline kicks, corner, Glushkov, lift fake, puts on the deck, bumps. Working inside, jump hook is up, no good, front rip. Good defense right there by Zach Kimball, the Australian for Ohio Dominican, defending the larger Russian player. Turnover. SVU back on the attack, up ahead for Silsby. Inside, Glushkov is in by Nikiema. Can't finish on that one either. The jump hook just not going down right now for Glushkov. Nikiema is going to pull 3-ball on the way, too strong. Rebound Franklin. These two teams trading misses right now. Still just 15 total points as we approach the 10-minute mark. Sullivan on the wing. We got a foul away from the ball. Going against, looks like Brady Moore is going to pick that one up for Ohio Dominican, as Caleb Kennard will check into the game for Moore. Already 5 team fouls going against Ohio Dominican, so the bonus will likely play a role in this half. And down to Rios, working off the screen from Glushkov. Ogle's back in the game for SBU, attacks right. The paint gets it up and finishes. Nice little floater, heavily contested. Ogle's got 5 now. Kimball on the wing. Trying to look inside, it wasn't there. Has to give it to Kennard at the top. Now back Ryan, working off the screen from Kimball, gets it poked. Stays inbounds. Less than 10 seconds on that shot clock. Gotta go, Ryan gives to Kennard. Kennard's gonna let it fly. 3 ball is off. Rebound underneath. Kimball collects, gives to Nikiema. Baseline jumper, also no good. Long rebound to Ogle. McCain will bring it up the court for the Bearcats as they look to take their first lead of the game. Inside to Ogle. Bumping, defended by Kimball. To give out. We got travel on the catch, says the referee. Franklin wasn't able to collect in the allotted number of steps. The sub in is Carson Seaman for the Panthers. This is Goodman in the corner, 3 ball. Catch and shoot is good. Derek Goodman knocking it down. Side play, we get another timeout called by Ohio Dominican. Just a 30-second timeout for the team wearing white today. Want to talk it over, make some adjustments. Both teams still looking to get some offensive rhythm going. Neither one shooting the ball well from any part of the floor. 3 for 15 for SBU, 5 for 16 for Ohio Dominican. If you're more of a percentages person, that's 31% for Ohio Dominican, 20% for SBU. And if you don't know much about basketball percentages, neither of those are very good. SBU ball coming out of the timeout. The 5 out there, Ogle, Reedus, McCain, Franklin, and Sullivan. For Ohio Dominican, they've got Ryan, Kimball, Kennard. Out there with Seaman. And their 5th is Goodman. Sullivan off the downscreen will kick to Reedus. Expected Reedus to attack left there. Now he will. Great defense underneath, but better finish as Reedus gets it over the top of the defending Logan Ryan. Back to a 2-point game. Reedus' first points of today. Kimball, way outside, dishes off Ryan. Thought about 3, not that time. Good dish inside Kennard, travels on the catch. Just a little bit of hesitation if he was going to go straight up with it or put it on the deck. That's the call getting made. Silsby checks in now for Tyler Franklin. We'll head to the bench. 1-2-2 press here from Ohio Dominican. Gonna waste shot clock or get a trap. Silsby running point. Give to Reedus. McCain back to Ogle. Now slipping the wrapper now. Sullivan, who's got the post up. Gets double team, drop steps inside. Good finish up and under, Jevin Sullivan. Big man move. And we have a tie game here with 8 minutes to go in the first half. Goodman. Picked up by Silsby. Gets to Ryan. Not happy is Casey Kaufman. And we got a blocking foul called by the referee going against Silsby. Another timeout gets called. This time, a media timeout. They'll be sidelined out for Ohio Dominican coming out of the media timeout. For Ohio Dominican following today, they'll be back in action as their season continues against Roosevelt. That's on next Saturday, a week from today, at home. So their home opener. If you're an Ohio Dominican fan, get excited for that. Looking ahead for SBU, they'll be in action on Monday. So a quick turnaround versus Ecclesia College. That's at home for them. One of these teams will be picking up their first win of the season here today. One of them is going to drop the 0-2 because that's how our record works. This game is tied for the first time since it was a 0-0 game. Play is just about ready to continue. Just joining us, my name is Ethan Booth. I'll be with you for both games today, as I was yesterday. This first one, we got SBU and Ohio Dominican going at it. After this, we'll have Thomas More and Drury looking to see who can finish this tournament with the best record, as somebody looks to move to 2-0. We'll get sideline in following the media timeout. Brought in back into the game for Ohio Dominican. Has to be careful of his foul count. Picking up a third could be disastrous. Looking for the quick hitter for Goodman. There's no good there, but they get it into Kennard. Defended by Sullivan. Sullivan blocks it. Good defense there by Jevin Sullivan. Kennard not able to execute. Reedus kicks to the corner. McCain will give to Ogle. Short corner. SBU will set up the half-court offense. Sullivan picked up by Kimball. Try to back him down. Here comes the double. Has to get rid of it. Tries to get it to Ogle. Ends up with Kennard, though, for Ohio Dominican. Brought in, brings it down the court. Bill swinging around and reset. Goodman on the attack. Has it stolen away. Sullivan running the break now. Has three on him. Wisely. Slow down. Now Ogle trailer. Three. No ball. Rims out. Rebound Kennard. Big man. He's going to bring it up the court. Gets to the elbow and jump stops. Reset. Goodman splits his better. Back cutter. Kimball stolen away by McCain. Picked up instead by Kennard. And Bryant's going to let it fly from deep. Is good. Terrence Broughton bails out the offensive possession for the Panthers, hitting the three ball from deep. Bryant's up to 5 points in limited minutes so far today. Ogle on the wing. For some offensive action, Reedus crosses right into the paint, finishing with his offhand right and one. Going to the line, Zach Reedus. Great move. Left-handed wing. Plays off the defense, trying to force him right. Takes what's given to him and finishes, plus the opportunity to make it a three-point play. Broughton picked up that foul. Potentially disastrous as he has to check out of the game. Kenny Scott back in. Reedus looks to tie this game back up again. Broughton, obvious frustration. That play just caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Reedus can't finish three-point play. Rebound Kennard. Gives to Scott. Corner, Moore looking inside for the cutter. It's not there. Gives it to the free throw line instead. Scott off the handoff. Tries to drop off to Kennard. Kennard can't handle it. Good idea from Scott. Execution not quite there. Silent in for SBU. Tyler Franklin will give Jevin Sullivan a break. This will be 1-2-2 press from Ohio Dominican. Still trying to waste time. McCain, though, wide open. Three ball on the way. Too strong. That's going to be a foul on Franklin as he's trying to go over the top of Seaman. Great box out from Carson Seaman. Draws the foul. Fourth team foul against SBU. First picked up by Franklin. Scott bringing it down the court. Attack left and push back to Moore. Now Seaman. Gives to Scott, who can't collect as cleanly as he would have liked. Now he's going to attack left. Pulls back. Kennard on the three-point line. Dishes inside. Moore. Corner. Three ball. Goodman on the way. It's good as he hits his second three of the afternoon. 4-point lead for the Panthers. Bearcats looking to find some half-court offense. Inside for Reedus, defended by Scott, and the finish. Great look inside for Zach Reedus, finishes the play. Has a knack for making tough shots. Now up to 4, the leading scorer for the Bearcats yesterday. Kennard dishes off Goodman, pressed by Reedus. Scott dishes inside, good pass for Kennard. Kennard spinning inside, travel called. Kimball's gonna check in for Kennard. Coach Coffin not happy. Scott fitting Silsby, bringing down the court. Franklin. Ball gives to Silsby, now to Reedus on the right wing. Glushko back into the game for SBU. Silsby gonna let it fly from deep, in and out, no good. Rebound out to Kimball. Silsby way outside of the arc on that one. Good look at the rim though. Good finish inside. Carson Seaman. Great attack and strong finish. The defense as well is all over it. But just better offense there from Carson Seaman. McCain on the far wing, give to Glushko. Back over to Silsby. Silsby was trying to rip it through. Stolen away instead. Scott pushes pace, gives back Kimball. Gonna let it fly. 3 ball, no good. Long rebound out to Goodman. To make him get a second look at it. Dishes, corner, Seaman, 3 ball on the way. In and out, no good. Foul on the floor going against Ohio Dominican. Silsby got pushed. Timeout called. As we take this timeout, we're going to take a quick break. I'll be back with you once we come out of the timeout. Welcome back. Timeout is over. Play set to continue. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first half. 4-point lead in favor of Ohio Dominican. We're going to have free throws. 1 and 1 off of the foul. Foul's committed way down the other side of the court. Silsby fighting for a rebound. Got pushed from behind. The foul was against Brady Moore. For those not familiar, 1 and 1. You make the first one, you earn the second. No good on that one, but Silsby gets the rebound up and tip from Ogle inside. A free possession here for SBU. Working inside, Glushko, defended by Kimball. Smaller defender. Now it gets doubled. Glushko bumping, left hand, jump hook, no good. Rebound, finally collected by Seaman for Ohio Dominican as they look to respond on offense. Seaman gets the screen from Kennard inside for him. Instantly double, tipped away and stolen by SBU. Up ahead now, Reedus picked up by Kimball. Gets fouled. Zach Reedus didn't go to the line. The foul. Not sure who the foul was committed by. Missed the ref telling the scores table. Referee having a conversation with Glushko there underneath the basket. He's really bumping down there, but nothing out of the ordinary to my eyes. Reedus misses the first. Sullivan's going to check in for Glushko. Looks like that foul was going against Carson Seaman. Live stats. 0 for 2 on that trip was Zach Reedus. Not able to take advantage. Working on the ball around the outside. The Panthers gives to Goodman. 3 ball on the way, no good. A little bit too long. Rebound from McCain. To slow it down, gives to Sullivan. Dribble a handoff for this point guard, Silsby. Reedus in the corner, working it down. Sullivan against Kennard, looking for the back-cutting Ogle. Doesn't get there, he's going to stay with SBU. Gets deflected out of bounds. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Sullivan back to the basket, saw the cutter, tried to bounce it in there for him. Good defensive rotation to deny it. Now the inbound, McCain gets it tipped, but Sullivan collects over the basket, offensive board. McCain rolls out, another offensive board for SBU. 3 ball on the way, Silsby, quick hitter, no good. Bouncing around underneath the basket, finally collected by Ohio Dominican. Scott now pushes up ahead, Goodman, 3 ball, letting it fly. In and out, no good, rebound Reedus. 2 minutes on the game clock for this first half. Really low scoring first half. These 2 defenses have been strong and these 2 offenses have been lackluster. Silsby on the wing, trying to rip through. We've seen that happen multiple times as he's expecting or wants the foul as he tries to rip it through. He's pleading with his coach saying, hey, he's fouling me. The referees, 2 of them looking right at the play, don't agree. Ogle out of the game now for Franklin, who gets the inbound pass. Silsby attacks right, trying to go underneath for Reedus, goes out of bounds off of an Ohio Dominican leg. 8 seconds on the shot clock as SBU has to get a quick hitter. We have a 30-second timeout taken by SBU. We'll figure out how they're going to attack this possession. One of the last ones of the half as we get closer and closer. No scorer for either team has yet reached double digits. Zach Reedus has got 6 for SBU. Derek Goodman's got 6 for Ohio Dominican. Those are the scoring leaders. 30 seconds is up. The referee's whistling. Players to return to the court. We'll see what Coach Niven drew up during that break. I would expect Reedus to be cutting off with some sort of back screen for the quick bucket. They get it in. Reedus wasn't there. That was the option. They get it into Sullivan deep. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Sullivan attacks. Gets it stolen away by Scott. Sullivan gets it back, though, underneath. Shot clock didn't get reset. Looks like the referee is counting. They're counting that bucket. To me, it looked like the shot clock expired, but Reedus finishes underneath with the right and 1. He's going to go to free throw line, shot at a 3-point play. Referee is going to talk. This is the second time we've had a play of this nature in this game. The foul was picked up underneath by Carson Seaman. Referees are going to go take a look at the review monitor for the same reason they did earlier in the game, to make sure the shot clock hadn't expired. Very, very close on this one. Felt like on the last one it was clear the foul was before the buzzer. And this one, I couldn't hear the whistle from where I was before the buzzer. Coach Niven for the Bearcats questioning if that is a reviewable call. Looks like their decision has been made. Still talking it over. It looks like to me they're calling so the call is no bucket, as the shot hadn't left Reedus' hands yet, but the foul was committed before the buzzer, according to the referees, resulting in 2 free throws. So, I guess both coaches can be happy to a certain extent that the foul is being counted, and Coach Kaufman for Ohio Dominican can be happy that it's not the instant 2 points that it appeared that it was going to be. First free throw is good from Reedus. He went 0 for 2 on his last trip. He looks to drive his point total up to 8. One for 2 on that trip. Good rebound by Seaman underneath. Sullivan was challenging for it. Real crafty underneath in this tournament he has been. Stolen away, intercepted by McCain. Pushing up ahead, Kimball defending up and under. No good from McCain. Foul on the ground. White Ford picking up the foul. That's Carson Seaman. He's going to check out of this game as that's his 3rd. Brady Moore also has 3 fouls in the first half. Double bonus now for SBU. 10 team fouls against Ohio Dominican. So that call was on the ground, but because of the double bonus, shooting 2 still is Tyler Franklin, knocking down the first. His first point of the day. Logan Ryan checks back into the game for Ohio Dominican as Franklin goes 2 for 2 on that trip. 1 point game now. Just about to hit the 1 minute mark. Kennard looking inside, it's not there. Handoff Goodman. Sullivan challenges over the top as Goodman has to dish off. Now back to Scott, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Scott crosses left into the paint, dumps off for Kennard. Kennard can't handle it. Getting back to Kimball, passed straight out of bounds by Kimball. Turnover. Or it looks like it got deflected actually by SBU, so we're going to stay with Ohio Dominican with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Inbounded, looking for Kennard on the quick hitter. Bounces around, going out of bounds. This will be SBU ball, Ohio Dominican ball. Referees are not agreeing. SBU ball, I think that's the correct call. .41 seconds to play, so that shot clock remains on. McCain on the wing. Trying to get to the cut, and Reedus is not there. Dribble handoff. Now Reedus with the ball. Attacking left, not there. Gives off Sullivan. Thought about the 3-ball inside now. Good attack. Up and under finish. Great job by Jevin Sullivan using the rim as protection to not get blocked. Finishes, and we have a lead here for SBU in the final seconds of this first half. Kenny Scott will run point as they try to hold for this final shot. They got to run the action, he's saying. Time winding down, 3 seconds. Kenny Scott into the paint, tries to dish it up ahead. Reedus out in front, not be able to get the shot up in the final seconds as the buzzer sounds. SBU taking their first lead of the afternoon on their last shot of the half, 21-20 in favor of the Bearcats. My name is Ethan Booth here for Principia Athletics. We'll be back in 15 minutes for the second half. Good afternoon. Welcome back into Hayfield House with the second half of SBU versus Ohio Dominican. SBU took a late lead in that first half, up 1 right now. See what they have in store for the second half, try and build off the momentum they started to get at the end. Before he went to the break, Glushkov was going to get fouled off the rip there by Kenny Scott. Coach Casey Hoffman for Ohio Dominican's got to be shaking his head because his starting point guard, Terrence Broughton, he has 3 fouls and is not starting the second half on the floor. Instead, that Kenny Scott is in. McCain 3-ball on the way is short. Rebound Goodman. Can't afford to have Kenny Scott also get in foul trouble. Kennard jumps off behind his back, kind of smooth. Now inside of Kennard, defended by Glushkov. Spinning, good drop step, and catches the rim off glass. Good move underneath from Kennard. Ohio Dominican up 1. McCain on the wing, defended by Goodman. Gets to Reedus cutting. Now back to the basket. Reedus gets fouled by Kennard. Kennard, just his first foul of the game. Reedus will go to the line. Hasn't shot free throws very well today. Just 1 for 5. Hits on the first one of these two to tie that game back up. He leads all scorers with 8 points. Potentially 9 following the second free throw. Not this time. Ball goes out of bounds. Goes off of Kennard, says the referee. Kennard's not happy about it. Feels like one that could have gone either way. SBU gets the benefit of the doubt. This time, they'll have 20 seconds on the shot clock. Quick inbound to Ogle. Over to Silsby, 3-ball, open look is good. Baron Silsby knocked down from the wing, assist to Luke Ogle. 3-point lead for SBU. This is Goodman on the wing. Looking off the screen from Kennard. Scott back to Goodman. Goodman letting it fly from deep, too strong, misses everything. Out of bounds. SBU ball. Good defensive possession there from the Bearcats. Goodman has knocked down a couple of 3-pointers today. She's not too upset about the shot selection. Reedus way out on the wing, looking for a cutter. He's not there. Has to give it to Silsby. Glushkov slips the screen. Nobody looking at him. Silsby gonna let it fly, and hits again. Baron Silsby, consecutive 3-pointers, has given Bearcats a 6-point lead. I was gonna say Glushkov was wide open, slipping the screen. Nobody gave it to him, but you knock down the 3-pointer, and now it doesn't matter. Nikiema on the attack, jump stops underneath, puts up the right-hand jump hook, no good. Rebound Reedus, he gets fouled, and Nikiema. A frustration foul and a mental mistake there from the Panther. Kenny Scott's gonna check out, and Terrence Broughton will come back in. His first minutes of the second half. He's got 3 fouls. Was the biggest offensive force yesterday for the Ohio Dominican Panthers. Has to be careful to not foul. See who they have him guarding. Broughton picking up Silsby. McCain up to the top of the key. Reedus working off of the screen. Back to McCain. Towards the middle. Gives to Glushkov. Glushkov rips to the right. Jump hook up. A bump. No shot, says the referee. Don't agree with that, as I would say Glushkov was already in the act of shooting and gathering that one. Be a baseline out, though. Should be 20 seconds on the shot clock. Scores table. Still catching up. Good now. McCain to inbound. Gets it to Glushkov in the corner. He's got to get it out of there. He's going to back down Kennard. Here comes the double. Dishes over McCain. Now over to the corner. Silsby, 3-ball on the way. No good that time. Rebound Kennard. Up ahead, Nikiema attacks right. Silsby defending, loses the ball, rolls on out of bounds. Gonna stay with Ohio Dominican, says referee. Baseline out for the Panthers. They get it in. Kimball, about 3. Kennard pump fakes mid-range. Sullivan in the game now defending him. Forces the miss. Rebound Sullivan as he took out Glushkov. Silsby pushing pace. Runs the screen now. Sullivan on the wing. Defended by the smaller Broughton going right at him. Knowing he's in foul trouble. Has to kick out to Silsby. Swinging around McCain. Open look. 3 ball on the way. No good that time. Rebound Kennard. Broughton to bring it up the court. Good defense there from the Panthers. Goodman thought about the corner. Broughton is going to pull for 3. Top of the key. No good. Rim out. Rebound Reedus. This is Ogle. Gets it into Sullivan. Defended by Kennard. Here comes a double. Dishes it. Swinging around. Reedus. 3 ball on the way. No good. Here's the rebound. Goodman. Low pass from Broughton. Kennard's on to swing it. Nikiema attacks right into the paint. Wrapping around. Eye off the glass and the finish. Great attack there from Nikiema. Silsby will give down to McCain on the wing. Ogle working around the screen. There can be a hold underneath the basket. Picking up the foul. Looks like he's signaling that it's Kennard, or trying to. I think he has his numbers backwards. He's holding up number 13. I think he's looking for number 31. With the timeout, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in about 30, 45 seconds for the continuation of play. Coming out of the timeout, play set to continue. We'll have SBU ball. Franklin's checking into the game for the Bearcats. He'll do the inbounding honors. Ryan and Moore back into the game for the Panthers. Ogle gives to Reedus. Dribble handoff, Silsby. Pump fakes the 3. Gives down to Sullivan. Shot clock is at 10. He's got a double on him. Backing down Kimball now. Blocked by Kimball. Great defense. It'll be Panther ball. Great work underneath by Kimball as Sullivan tried to back him down, staying with him. Now Brian will dish over to Ryan. Goodman. Now Moore. Goodman gonna let it fly. 3 ball on the way. No good that time. Rebound. Ryan gives to Moore. Intercepted on the pass looking for Broughton. Reedus takes it away. Franklin down to Ogle. The corner, Silsby cutting through to the post up. Not there. Now Silsby on the far side. And here's Ogle cutting through. He gets it, the low block. Pumping around. Good footwork off the back rim. Long rebound, tip out Sullivan. Silsby goes behind the back. Mid-range jumper is up. Front rim, no good. Rebound, Ryan. Ryan pushes up ahead. Broughton's got 3 with him. Has to slow down the offense and set up the half court. Thought about the 3 ball this time. They're going to swing it instead. Goodman. Attacks floater is up and good. Good take there by Derek Goodman, finishing it off the rip throw. Silsby defended by Broughton. Over 5 minutes into the second half now. Action underneath. We have a hold there. Kimball's going to pick it up, it looks like. Is correct. It is already the 6th team foul picked up by the Ohio Dominican Panthers. How many do SBU have, do you ask? They have none. Fouls are going to play a story in the game here today. McCain's going to check in for Reedus. McCain to get it in, gets it to Ogle. Ohio Dominican is looking for the 5-second call, wasn't there. Sullivan on the wing, attacking right, defended by Kimball. Here's a double, dishes off Ogle, thought about 3 in the pump fake. Now pushing inside, gives to Sullivan, the short corner. Shot clock is at 5. Sullivan spinning, bumping inside. Good move underneath, nifty footwork. Jevin Sullivan finishes. That lead back to 4. 3 ball on the way, quick hitter from Ryan, no good. McCain, rebounds. Salisbury bringing it back the other direction. Working with Ogle. Over the far corner, Sullivan, top of the key. Ogle open 3 ball. You know he's going to shoot that one. And knocks it down, catching the rim. Luke Ogle. Brings that lead up to 7. He's got 8 points. Kimball, dribble handoff. Ryan's going to let it fly. Back rim, no good. Rebound, Ryan. Franklin on the wing, defended by Ryan. Pushes left, Ogle outside of the arc. We'll dish off. Silsby's going to let it fly. Highly contested, no good that time. Offensive board, Sullivan tried to go straight back up with it, not able to finish. Moore was out of bounds on the catch. There's subs in, Seaman and Kennard for the Panthers. SBU sticking with the same 5 out there right now as they've done a good job spacing the floor and finding the open man. Silsby, defended by Broughton. And Broughton's got those 3 fouls. Trying to find the open man. Ogle left open for 3 again. Back rims that one. Long rebound to Moore. Not able to execute on the open look right there. Was the 3-point sharpshooter, Luke Ogle. Now Seaman. Get to Broughton. Ogle jumping up and forcing him left. The corner, Seaman puts on the deck, into the paint, kicks, corner, wide open. Ryan, no good that time. Offensive board underneath from Seaman, left-hand finish. He got fouled, says the referee. He's going to go to the line. Big offensive board there underneath from Carson Seaman. And he gets some subs in before that, a timeout. As we'll take a quick break, 33-26 in favor of SBU. We'll be back in about a minute. All right, and we're back from the timeout. We'll have free throws for Carson Seaman from Ohio Dominican, shooting 2. He got fouled on the putback attempt, so grabbing the offensive board. Is good on the first one. Can't knock down the second. Rebound, Tyler Franklin. McCain will run the point here for SBU. Working against Broughton. Reedus wrapping around off the down screen. Now attacking right, loses his man underneath and slams it home. Zach Reedus doing the thing underneath. Now Seaman attacks straight right hand, blows past his defender and responds in turn. These two offenses picking it up a little bit. McCain's able to drive across. Here's Sullivan, alley-oop from half-court pass McCain. Jevin Sullivan throws it down. Consecutive dunks for the Bearcats as they got it flowing now. Seaman over to Moore. Brought in corner 3, looking to respond, no good. It's going to stay with the Panthers. Kennard fighting for the board. Got it deflected out of bounds. Seaman gets it inbounds. Kennard tried to put it on the deck, working against Sullivan. We got a push before the shot. Foul on the ground. Sullivan looking to recover on defense. I think the foul the referee's trying to call is perhaps a blocking foul. Sub in Goodman for Nikiema. Silsby will check in for Ogle. Inbound, Kennard up top. Goodman thought about 3, open underneath is Moore. Bumping around, he gets fouled and 1! Tyler Franklin on the backside reaching around, commits the foul. Will send Moore to the line with an opportunity to convert the 3-point play and draw this back to a 2-possession game. Moore cannot convert, ends up out of bounds. This is going to be SBU ball. Brian will pick up Silsby full court. Franklin on the wing. They're looking for that action down low. McCain was there, but they decided to go the other direction. Now Reedus, then by Goodman, tried to attack left. Silsby in the block, got the cutter. Not going to give it to him. Now gives it to Franklin, the cutter. Can't finish, gets his own board. We're going to have a jump ball here. Alternating possession. The referees are, their alternating possession is going Ohio Dominican's direction. A little bit of confusion about whose alternating possession it was. Brian gives to Kennard at the top of the key now with Moore. Back to Broughton. Kennard open for the mid-range jumper, turns it down, attacking straight at Sullivan. Gets his own miss, leaves it short on the second attempt. Franklin with a good board. SBU back the other direction. Franklin defended by Goodman. Silsby down low with Broughton on him, skips it across, looking for McCain. Sullivan catches instead. Sullivan recognizing the small defender on him, gets into the paint and finishes. Great move, wrapping around in recognition to get around Seaman, who had no chance against the larger Sullivan. Kick out to Goodman. Back to Broughton. Back to Goodman. Trying to get some ball movement going are the Panthers. Inside for Kennard. Defended by Sullivan. Drop step and spinning through. Off glass, no good. Rebound, Tyler Franklin. Reedus in the corner. Gives to Sullivan as they move the ball around the arc. Bearcats looking down low. If they waited a second, they might have had Reedus on the post up. Shot clock is at 7. Silsby, mid-range jumper is up. Back rim, no good. Rebound Moore. Broughton up ahead. Pushing pace just a little bit. Finds the open man in the corner. Out of bounds on the catch was Goodman. Got timeout called on the floor by SBU as we'll take another quick break. 39-31 in favor of the Bearcats. And back from break now, play is going to continue. SBU ball from their own backcourts. They got to bring it up. Silsby out there with Ogle, McCain, Sullivan, and Reedus for SBU. Given to Reedus, picked up by Seaman. Almost travels on the catch, poked by Seaman. That's great defense, but Seaman's going to pick up the foul, it looks like. That is correct, so they're going to send Reedus to the line. He's a little bit slow getting up. He has a slight limp, just a stinger. He'll be okay. Reedus, a hometown kid relative to where we're at. Elsa, Illinois, located in Illinois, obviously, but just about an hour, a little bit less, outside of St. Louis, just across the Mississippi River. The campus located up on the bluffs over the river. Really beautiful, especially this time of year with the fall leaves. Today, a beautiful day outside, about 75 degrees. If you wish you were playing an outdoor sport just a little bit. As Reedus knocks down the first free throw of the 1-and-1. Earning himself the second. Reedus will take it here. And 2 for 2 on that trip as Zach Reedus quells some of his free throw struggles here today. Up to a 10-point lead for the Bearcats. They're on a bit of a run here. Kimball will give to Broughton into the paint, dumps off for Moore. Moore can't handle it cleanly, turns it over. We're going to have another timeout called. On the floor this time by Ohio Dominican as they want to figure some things out. As they take their break, so will we. We back when play continues. Welcome back. Some quick timeouts there. Slowed down the pace of play a little bit. Now we are beneath 8 minutes to play. 10-point lead in favor of the Bearcats. They look to pull ahead and really put this one away. Ohio Dominican continues to struggle to score the ball. Some bad passing of Sullivan. Finds some room underneath and finishes. He's done that exact move a couple of times now today as he continues his strong play. Up to 12 points for Jevin Sullivan. Brian almost loses it underneath, puts the shot up off after controlling it. Kimball offensive board, gives to Moore. Moore gets fouled and he'll go to the free throw line. Nobody with a hot hand today for the Ohio Dominican Panthers. Feels like they are just as talented a team as this SBU squad and just haven't been able to get the shots fall like their opposition. This is one of those games that it feels like if they played 10 times, they might split it 50-50, 5 games each. Moore missing that first free throw. The Panthers still looking for their first score to break into double digits as Kennard checks in for Moore following the made free throw. Looks like a full court man from Ohio Dominican, a relatively aggressive full court man. Braun got to be careful, almost picked up a foul right there for Blanc, and if Silsby will be able to continue fighting by. At that time, McCain gives to Sullivan, back to Silsby. Sullivan attacks baseline. Gets it poked by Kennard, he's going to stay with SBU. Ball in. Silsby splits the defenders, kicks to Reedus, now underneath Ogle, wide open. Can't finish, gets his own rebound, kicks out McCain. Sullivan keeps on swinging it. Silsby almost draws the foul. Second chance now, Reedus lets it fly. 3-ball, and he finds the bottom. Zach Reedus knocks it down. Big shot right there, pushes the lead to 14. Reedus, he's got 15 total. 3-ball on the way. Ryan off the pass from Bryant, and he responds in turn. Give the assist to Bryant. Logan Ryan, he's up to 6. Coach Niven for SBU asking for a holding foul here in front of the scorer's table. Not going to get it. Reedus attacking against Kimball, backing him down. Drop step and spinning, can't finish with the right. Bouncing around, board underneath, give it to Kimball. Great defense. Reedus probably tell you he should have had that one. Goodman on the wing. Looks like he might have traveled on the catch. No call, spinning into the lane. Right hand finish is good as he catches the rim. Couple of good attacks and finishes here for the Panthers in the last couple minutes. Silsby bringing it up the court, defended by Broddick. Timeout called by SBU as they want to stop this run. They'll take a break. So will we. Back in a few. Quick 30-second timeout, and we're returning now. It'll be sideline out for SBU. Got that ball across the half before they called the timeout. 21 seconds on the shot clock to get a quality look. Reedus controlling. Silsby on the cut. They didn't give it to him. Instead, Ogle in the corner. Sullivan wrapping around. Tried to get downhill. Good defense. That pass intercepted by Broughton. Broughton out ahead. Ogle pursuing. Can't get there. Broughton is able to finish. Ogle picks it up. 7-point lead Pass down the court. McCain slows it down. They can set up the offense. Plenty of a shot clock now. Following the deep pass. Pass inside Silsby. Kicks the corner. McCain. Not a clean pickup. Gives to Sullivan, and he traveled on the catch, says the referee. Turnover, SBU. Oh, excuse me, not the travel. We're going to have a hand check, a foul. Instead, picked up by, that's Ryan. So Sullivan will go to the line, shooting 1 and 1. Sullivan's first free throws of the day. Knocks down the first. Sullivan last year, just about an average free throw shooter, about 70%, a touch below. Goes 2 for 2 on that trip though. That lead back up to 9 for SBU. Kennard gives to Ryan. Now Goodman attacking baseline, spinning, turn around, jump hook, no good. Rebound, Kennard skying up for it, and he draws the foul. Ogle committing the foul, sending Kennard to the line, opportunity to convert. Derek Goodman, he's got 10 points for Ohio Dominican, leading their scoring charge. They're only scoring in double digits. Kennard misses the first one. Kennard, a graduate student, transferred in to Ohio Dominican for the season as Tyler Franklin checks in for SBU. Kennard getting significant minutes in this tournament as Elijah Hinton still recovering from some sort of injury. He's wearing a fat knee brace on his left leg. Haven't seen him at all. Figures to be a big part of the Ohio Dominican scoring effort this season, coming off an all-conference selection, but will not be in action today, nor was he yesterday. McCain here on the wing. Defended by Kennard, looks inside Silsby. Patience, lets Broughton fly by and finishes. Assist McCain. Lockie McCain playing strong today. Not necessarily scoring the ball, but taking good care of it. Kennard will give to Goodman, who then attacks right into the paint. Sullivan contests. Good job not to foul. Rebounded Kennard. We got a timeout on the floor as Ohio Dominican wants to talk it over yet again. They've cut that lead down to 9. We'll be back to see how this game finishes. Timeout is over. The team's coming back out onto the court. Is 9-point lead, a game that's turned into quite the contest in recent minutes. They have found their touch around the rim, scoring the bucket inside. Driving their field goal percentages up. Bearcats maintain a 9-point lead. Have to break this press. Really aggressive there, and Broughton picks up the foul, his fourth. Now 1 away from fouling out of this game. And now Coach Coffin has to make a decision. Let it ride for the last 3.5 minutes with him in the game, or pull him out, preserve him. He plays such a big role for these Panthers, both defensively and running the offense. This is Tyler Franklin at the line. Misses the first free throw of the 1-and-1, so doesn't get the second. Bryant bringing up the course, pushing pace into the lane. Dumps back, Goodman, catch and shoot. Keeps it high. Great shot from Derek Goodman. Had to be quick on that release with the defender closing out. Hardly even dipped down on that one. Passed it in. It's this press is putting a number on SBU right now. Struggling to get the ball inbounds. Franklin is going to sub out for Ogle. Lead down to 6, just 2 possessions. Full court, man-to-man look from Ohio Dominican now. Ogle has to get in 3, gets it to Reedus. Back to Ogle, pump fake high, gives to Reedus. Up ahead to Silsby, needs to get it across half. That timer's running down, they do. Now with just 18 seconds on the shot clock, SBU sets up the half-court set. McCain, sent by Goodman, gives down to Sullivan in the corner now. Swing it around the arc. Shot is up from Silsby from beyond the arc. Looks like it might have been tipped. Rebound Goodman, he's pushing pace, 1 on his back. Numbers. Jump off to Kimball, and we'll have a half-court set. Underneath Kennard, hopping into the lane and finishing the left. Good move underneath from Caleb Kennard. 4-point differential. Sullivan trapped in the corner, has to get rid of it, does to Ogle. Ogle will get that across the half. Picked up by Kennard. Deflected out of bounds, going to stay with SBU. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Timeout called by SBU as they need to talk over how they're going to break this press. While they talk, we'll take a break. We return from the break. SBU ball. They were able to break that press and then call the timeout. 1 timeout remaining for each team. Approaching the 2-minute mark. Silsby has it poked, able to recover. A dish to Reedus. Attacks left into the paint, wrapping around, hanging, right hand finish, can't do it. Rebound Kennard underneath. Broughton, bring it up the court. Working around Kennard. Give back to him. Kimball back up to Bryan. Important possession here for the Panthers. Long 2 is up from Goodman. No good. Rebound underneath by Ogle. SBU has been up by as much as 14 today. All the way down to 4 right now. Ogle underneath for Silsby. Silsby's got doubled, gets it poked from behind. Looks like we're going to have... Looks like a foul's been called on the floor. We have a full timeout taken here by Ohio Dominican. looks like instead that timeout is being charged to SBU, as they might have taken it on the floor before Ohio Dominican tried to take theirs. Stay with you for this timeout as we talk over how Ohio Dominican can make this last minute and 17 seconds count. Down by 4, they need at least 2 buckets. You figure SBU probably able to get on 1 more, so likely looking at 3 scores in the last minute 17. The hot hand has been Derek Goodman, who has 13, including 3 made 3-pointers. Terrence Broughton has played limited minutes today because of foul trouble, but has been the team's best player so far this season, which is, of course, only this is a little bit less than 2 games, but it's certainly a threat. And averaged over 10 points per game last season. So we'll see who their number 1 option is down the stretch. This is going to be baseline out for SBU. They're going to have 8 seconds on the shot clock. Look for a quick hitter for Reedus. Reedus was there. They didn't give it to him. Silsby said on the 3-point arc. He hits it. Big time shot. Baron Silsby off the inbound pass. 7-point lead for the Bearcats. 3-ball, and Broughton responds in turn, knocking it down. Minute 2 play. Baron Silsby, Terrence Broughton trade in outside buckets right now. SBU not able to get in bounds. Deflected out of bounds by the Panthers, so possession going to stay with the Bearcats. Still a 4-point differential, anybody's game. Looks like if the Panthers get the ball back, they are going to use their last timeout. That ball deflected on the inbounds, but still gets in. Ogle almost loses it now. Reedus down the court. Loses it. That's going to be a travel call. Looks like it might have been tipped. So the SBU bench is calling for Silsby. Can't believe it. But it's going to be Ohio Dominican ball. 45 seconds, 2 scores behind. Broughton on the wing, dishes down. Goodman, 3-ball on the way. No good, off rim. High rebound, Reedus, he takes it. He's going to get fouled here. He's going to go to the line. That is who you want to foul if you are Ohio Dominican, as he has struggled at the line today. Reedus, of course. He's got 15 total points, leading all scores, but only 4 for 9 from the free throw line. Shooting 2 in double bonus. Depending on how the fouls play out, something to keep your eye on is Broughton committing the foul would be his 5th. Reedus knocks down the first, trying to ice this game. 5-point lead. Doesn't put it out of reach by any means. No good on the second. Rebound, Ryan. They're going to push the ball up across the half. Goodman gets downhill, kicks, swinging the ball. Need a quick bucket here into the paint. Ryan hangs and hits. We got a sub into the game is going to be Carson Seaman for Ohio Dominican. That is their last timeout of the game. Down by 3. They need a steal and a 3-ball, or a stop and a 3-ball, to tie the game. SBU shouldn't be too scared to foul on the stretch. The referee is going to come over here and take a look at the review monitor once again. Not sure what they're looking at right here. Perhaps the clock. Just trying to verify that it's where it needs to be. Showing 19.7 on the game clock right now. No timeouts for either team. We just have to play this out. Buzzer sounds. Here we go, set to continue. SBU ball, they need to break this press effectively. It could be disastrous if they get it stolen here in the backcourt. Ogle does have the freedom to run the baseline, given this is an inbound off of a made bucket. He will run it. Silsby breaks free to get it into him. Try to give it back to Ogle. Deflected out of bounds. He's gonna stay with SBU. Wow, Dominican doesn't love the call. That ball staying with SBU. Looks like it was deflected out. The correct call made. We'll try it again. Ogle the inbound. We have a hold there. And that is potentially a disastrous call. Seaman gets called. Trying to defend the inbound. That's going to send, looks like Reedus back to the line. Shooting two. Seaman subs out. Coach Kaufman can't believe it. If you're Ohio Dominican, you got to hope that Reedus goes over 2 on this trip. Then you're able to pick it up, get it down the court, and hit a quick 3. Reedus, though, hits the first. His second one would pretty much put the game out of reach for the Panthers if it can be knocked down. Always the potential for an and 1-3, I suppose. But now as Reedus knocks down the 2 clutch free throws, 5-point differential. Need a quick hitter here for Ohio Dominicans. They get it to Kimball. Shot clock line now. Goodman's got to put it up. He does. 3 ball is good. He knocks it down. Derek Goodman. He's got 16 total points following the big-time 3-pointer. 2-point differential. Panthers need a steal and a quick bucket. They get it into Reedus to the Bearcats. Reedus gets fouled. He's going straight back to the free throw line to shoot another 2 free throws. Now the Panthers need him to make just one of these or less, and then get the ball down the court and do exactly what they just did on the last possession. Get a quick 3. At this point, you've got to give the ball to Goodman. He has the hot hand, has all night. 4 3-pointers made. If Reedus missed both of these, and this is the first, then you can look for the 2-pointer. Try and force overtime. 6.7 seconds, it comes down. This possession. Got to box out Reedus too, can't give him an offensive board. Reedus misses the second. The door is open for the Ohio Dominican Panthers. Braun bringing it down the court, puts it up. 3 ball, highly contested. Front rim, no good. And SBU will leave Elsa, Illinois with a win in the column, sitting at 1-1. Ohio Dominican falls to 0-2 as Broughton took the last second shot himself after bringing it down the court. What a game. SBU led as much as 18. Ohio Dominican brought it back as close as 4. SBU able to hold on, though, and walk away with the win. For Principia Athletics, my name is Ethan Booth. Thank you for joining us in this game. We'll be back in 25 minutes for the second game of the day in between